You're about to delve into the unexplained and unsettling world of real-life hauntings, where the veil between reality and the unknown is at its thinnest. What you'll learn today will challenge your perception of what's possible and leave you questioning the truth behind some of history's most infamous cases. Take, for example, the Enfield Poltergeist case, which remains one of the most well-documented and extensively investigated hauntings in modern history. Between 1977 and 1979, a family living in a council house in London reported inexplicable events that would later be verified by experts from both sides of the Atlantic. Margaret and Peggy Hodgson, the mother and daughter at the center of this case, claimed to have witnessed furniture moving on its own, doors slamming shut with incredible force, and disembodied voices that defied explanation. The most chilling aspect? These events were not just isolated occurrences but a pattern of behavior that continued for over 2 years. Now, you might be thinking, how can I trust the validity of such claims? Well, let's look at the numbers: 148 reported incidents in just over 2 years, with 17 separate witnesses verifying these experiences. The investigation was led by renowned parapsychologist Guy Lyon Playfair and a team from the Society for Psychical Research. The evidence collected during this time is staggering, with audio recordings of inexplicable voices, photographs of unexplained movements, and statements from multiple witnesses attesting to the authenticity of these events. This case stands out not only due to its sheer scale but also because it was extensively documented and has been subject to rigorous scrutiny over the years. Let's move on to another equally baffling case that will further blur the lines between reality and the paranormal: the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. This legendary ghost, said to haunt a Norfolk mansion since 1835, has been the subject of countless investigations. On February 10, 1936, photographer Captain Provan captured one of the most iconic images in the history of photography, an image that seems to depict the ghostly figure descending a staircase with unmistakable clarity. What's fascinating about this case is not just the photograph itself but also the context surrounding it. Provan had been commissioned to take photos of the hall, but he didn't know about the alleged haunting until he developed his negatives. The image sparked widespread interest and debate, with many claiming it as one of the most compelling pieces of evidence for paranormal activity. The Brown Lady's story is deeply rooted in the history of Raynham Hall, which dates back to 1699. Over the years, numerous visitors have reported seeing the ghost, describing her as a tall, imposing figure dressed in a long gown and hood. The legend has been passed down through generations, with many speculating about the identity of this spirit. Another intriguing aspect of this case is the correlation between the Brown Lady's appearances and specific dates. Many believe that she appears when someone within the family line is dying or deceased, adding an eerie layer to her haunting. Moving on from the world of historic mansions, let's explore a more recent case that will send chills down your spine: the Dyatlov Pass incident. On February 2, 1959, 9 experienced hikers embarked on an expedition through the Ural Mountains in Russia. Their destination was Mount Otorten, but they never reached it. What happened between these 2 points is a mystery that has puzzled investigators for decades. The group's bodies were found several weeks later, with signs of trauma and injuries that cannot be explained by natural causes. This incident has been extensively analyzed, with theories ranging from yetis to military experiments gone wrong. However, the truth remains elusive. One of the most haunting aspects of this case is the condition in which their bodies were discovered. Some had severe internal injuries, while others showed signs of extreme external trauma, all without any evidence of an attack by wild animals or human perpetrators. The investigation found no indication of a fire or any other natural cause for these deaths. Furthermore, the group's photographs and diaries provide a chilling insight into their final moments. It appears that some of them attempted to flee from whatever it was they encountered, but with little success. The incident has been categorized as one of the most inexplicable in modern history, leaving many questions unanswered. Let's proceed to another case that will challenge your understanding of what we consider normal: the Villisca Axe Murder House. In 1912, a family and their friends were brutally slaughtered while asleep in their Iowa home. 8 people, including 6 children, met their demise at the hands of an axe-wielding killer. What makes this case so disturbing is not just the brutality but also the complete lack of motive or explanation for such an act. The house itself has been extensively investigated, with experts finding evidence that suggests a presence still lingers within its walls. Witnesses have reported hearing footsteps and children's laughter, only to find no one there when they investigate further. One of the most intriguing aspects of this case is the figure known as Axeman, said to be responsible for similar murders in other states around the same time. However, despite numerous leads and investigations, his identity remains a mystery. This case stands out due to its sheer brutality and the lack of motive behind such an act. It raises questions about the nature of evil and whether some individuals are capable of acts that defy explanation. Last but not least, let's examine a haunting that has left many paranormal investigators baffled: the Winchester Mystery House in California. This labyrinthine mansion was built by Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Winchester, heir to the Winchester rifle fortune. Her story is one of grief and tragedy, having lost her only child in infancy. According to legend, Sarah believed that if she stopped building the house, the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles would exact revenge on her. So, she kept building, for 38 years, resulting in a sprawling mansion with staircases leading to nowhere, doors that open into walls, and other bizarre architectural features. The haunting is said to be caused by the spirits of these victims, who allegedly roam the halls at night. Many have reported seeing ghostly apparitions and experiencing inexplicable phenomena within its walls. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence comes from Sarah's own diary entries. She writes about hearing disembodied voices, which she believed were guiding her in the construction of the house. The Winchester Mystery House remains one of the most extensively documented cases of a haunting by a specific entity, the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. As we conclude this journey into the world of real-life hauntings, remember that these stories represent just a fraction of the many inexplicable events that have been documented over time. Each case raises more questions than it answers, leaving us with a profound appreciation for the complexity and mystery of human experience. What you've learned today is not just about ghosts and haunted houses but also about the intricate connections between people, places, and the unknown. These cases demonstrate that there's still so much we don't understand about our world and its unexplained phenomena.